go. There I go. There I go. Okay.
When I wake up in the morning, love, sunlight hurts my eyes. Something without a warning, love, grows heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
A lovely day.
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, someone up ahead of me always seems to win the race. Then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
A lovely day.
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
Then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
A lovely day.
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
A lovely day.
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
A lovely day.
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
A lovely day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, maybe we're ready to start, maybe we aren't. I knew we were close. Good morning, everyone. It is a lovely day, I think. A little chilly outside, but still a lovely day. So, it is time for everyone to stand up, and we're going to do our opening song. It starts off with the words, thank you. So let me hear everybody say thank you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, say thank you. 3, 4, again, say thank you. Thank you. One more time. Thank you. Here we go. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit.
Thank you for this day, this beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day.
This beautiful, this beautiful,
This beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. We say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Woo! Thank you. Yeah, you may be seated. Oh, so much to be grateful for. We're still celebrating the month of gratitude. And hey, how about we just carry that on through the rest of the year and into next year? Who's on board? We start our day with gratitude. Hey. All right, I am Reverend Victoria Loveland-Coen, and to my left is the wonderful Pat Webster, Reverend Pat Webster, who we're so happy to have back with us after, all sorts of things that were going on, and she's healing, and it's just so good to have you here.
It's been 3 months.
3 months. Yes, wonderful. We want to say hello to those of you joining online, YouTube, Facebook. Hello. Please say hello in the chat, and we feel like we are connected. All right, so let's just take a seat, sit back, take a deep breath, and bring your awareness into this present moment right here. And as Reverend Pat lights the Divine Light candle, I invite you to just hold space for that sacred element of fire, honoring that. Flanked by these beautiful flowers. Life is good. All right, and then so from this place, I invite you to say our opening invocation, which is up here on the screen together. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the good omnipotence. Breathe that in. And just feel the possibility. What if this were absolute truth? And just waiting for us to say yes to it, to say yes to this infinite good and to step into it. We can do that now. Saying yes. And so it is. I'm sorry. I forgot because but thank you, we are at the beginning of the Advent season, and we have our first reading of Advent with Maria Kavanaugh and Brad. Come on up, and if you would light our first candle and with the reading.
You want to trade?
It doesn't. It's tricky.
So you got to have a little faith.
Ah.
So the first reading is about faith for the first Sunday in Advent. And so we begin our 4-week journey into Christmas, the season when people all over the world gather to celebrate sacred light. Today we will light our first Advent candle. Then each Sunday we will light one more candle than the week before as we symbolically celebrate the birthing of light in our lives and in the world. This is the first week of our awakening into oneness consciousness.
Today, we light our first candle representing the divine quality of faith. With faith, we open to possibilities of tremendous good, the possibility of heaven on earth. We see divine light illuminating our communities and awakening in the world. Our faith and expectation opens up a way for its fulfillment. Light the first candle. In the words of Charles Fillmore, faith is spiritual assurance, the power to do the seemingly impossible, the assurance of things hoped for.
We give thanks, and so it is.
Thank you, Brad and Maria. Okay. I can take this down. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love.
Oh, I surrender. We surrender. So grateful to be entering this season of winter and this time of Advent. As our readers so beautifully reminded us that this is the time when our energy gets pulled inward, like the nature of which we're part, the sap in the trees runs down to Grandmother Earth. And so we get to maybe rest a little longer as the night comes earlier. We go inside and we easily surrender to that velvety darkness, that beautiful darkness in which we are connected with everything. And we go also to that place in our hearts where the divine of us abides. And connecting with that beautiful darkness and that place in our hearts. How wonderful to remember that however the darkness is, sometimes we go through emotional darkness. Sometimes we go through restful darkness. Sometimes we go through not knowing darkness. And yet the reminder in this season is that there is always light. Always light. The light of the divine, the light of the birth of the divine child by whatever faith we know that something new will be birthing in us in this season. And we feel the God bumps that come with the knowing that, and with the anticipation of that, and the waiting for that. The waiting for that as we find peace in that darkness. And we remember the importance of faith. We remember the importance of faith. And if any of us struggle with that, sometimes I have, we remember that it only needs to be as big as a tiny grain of mustard seed, and we all can find that in us. Just that tiny little grain. And in that faith, we release anything that stands between us and being with that sacred velvety darkness of whatever flavor, and knowing that light is there always in the dark, and knowing that we are there awaiting a personal birth. And for all this, we are so grateful. And we hold the people who have put prayers, who are going through particular life challenges. We know that in those challenges there is the opportunity to grow and to become stronger. And we also know that God always has our back. God always has our back. And we are so grateful that we can focus our energy right on the papers in this box, this holy box, that our energy transferred here for the people who need and want our prayers, and we know that prayer really works. For all this, we're so grateful. And we now slowly open our eyes and bring ourselves back in the room. And find two of your community divine people that you want to look at and see the divine in them, and knowing that you are seen back as divine. And now we will say our vision and mission. Our vision. We envision the divine light awakening in all. Our mission. We center in peace and love. We connect in our hearts with others. We celebrate our journey toward wholeness, and we empower others to experience their spiritual magnificence. So it is.
Good morning again. So we were going to do some groovy tunes this morning, some really funky tunes, and then Andres has a cold and couldn't make it, so we immediately adjusted. And Karen has a hurt hand, so she can't play piano today. Because I was thinking, you know what? I'm just going to stand and sing today, and then that idea totally went out the window. So then we were going to play a Neil Young song to start off with, and I thought, my God, that is a sad note to start it, so we changed it to Bill Withers. And now we're going to do a Jackson Browne tune to just get us started off. If you know the words to this, feel free to sing along.
It all works out, doesn't it?
Oh, people, look around you. The signs are everywhere. You've left it for somebody other than you to be the one to care. You're lost inside your houses now. There's no time to find you now. While your walls are burning and your towers are turning, gonna leave you here and try to. Thank you, Mark. The road is filled with homeless souls, every woman, child, and man who have no idea where they will go. They'll help you if they can. Now everyone must have some thought that's gonna help them pull through somehow. While the fires are raging hotter and hotter, well, the sisters of the sun are gonna rock me on the water now. Rock me on the water, sister, will you soothe my fevered brow? Oh, rock me on the water. I'll get down to the sea somehow.
Down to the sea somehow.
Oh, people, look among you. It's there your hope must lie. There's a seabird above you, guiding in one place, like Jesus in the sky. We all must do the best we can, and then hang on to that gospel plow. When my life is over, I will stand before the Father, and the sisters of the Son are gonna rock me on the water now. Rock me on the water, sister, will you soothe my fevered brow? Oh, rock me on the water. Maybe I'll remember. Maybe I'll remember how. Rock me on the water. The wind is with me now. Oh, rock me on the water. I'll get down to the sea somehow.
Get down to the sea somehow.
Rock me on the water.
Ooh,
Rock me now.
ooh,
Rock me on the water.
ooh,
Rock me now. down to the sea somehow.
You know I'll get down to the sea somehow. Chris Whiteneck.
Just how we practiced it.
Yes, well, I think that was divinely designed. That was perfect. Starting out, rocking on the water. All right, good morning, everyone. Woo, yeah, yeah. Well, I think we skipped a couple of things. We'll come back to it. Yeah, all right. So, how was your Thanksgiving? Yeah, good. Okay, good. Yeah, so we are at our final class talk in this series, The 7 Gifts That Give You Everything, based on Derek Rydall's book, The Abundance Project. This is our final week. And so how has it been for you? Has it been good? Yeah. Now, if you've missed any of the talks, know that they're all archived on our YouTube page. So you can go to the YouTube page and get the talk along with the meditations that are specifically designed to take the concept of that talk so that you can take it deeper, embody it. And then the handouts that we've been doing every week are on our website. So you can put the whole thing together and have this package, you know? I think someday we'll put this all together in a package and sell it for $1 gazillion. But right now you'll get it free. So I thought I would do a quick review of where we've been before we dive into this topic. All right, so the whole series really kind of started with an analogy of a garden hose and how sometimes when we turn on the spigot of the garden hose, it does not come out the end, and you think, uh-oh, well, I guess I have to inspect the hose and see where the kinks might be, where the knots might be that are restricting the flow. And so you go through and you release each one, and then it comes rushing out. Well, we saw how a similar thing happened with kind of the knots in our consciousness, meaning the patterns of thinking and behavior that restrict the natural flow of abundant good in our lives. And we also noticed that it doesn't really work to try to turn the faucet on more, the spigot, because it's already going. We're already connected with that source which is flowing freely and abundantly through and as us at every moment. It's really us who restrict the flow and cause this, cause the knots to so that it gets stuck there and it doesn't go all the way through. So that's what this series is designed to do, is to identify all of those knots and to release them. All right, so the first knot that we looked at that first week was the thinking, the belief that we got to hold on to what we have because we're afraid we might not have any more, that there may not be enough. And we do this with our time and our talents and our treasure, sometimes all three. And we also notice that it gets kind of caught up there. And so we want to think about the principle of circulation that is always at work in everything, in nature, in the universe. And since we are an integral part of the universe, that principle of abundance is at work in our lives. That principle of circulation, the law of circulation, is always at work. And when we open ourselves, when we open the channels and allow that good to come through us, through our love, and shine our love, then we're initiating the flow. We are initiating the flow. And, like fruit-bearing trees, when we share of our fruit, everything around us flourishes, including ourselves. And we saw such a clear, powerful example of that last week for the Thanksgiving potluck. Didn't we? I mean, my God, what a feast. We could have fed all of Carborough, I think, with more left over. And it was like, and it was all different, wonderful things. It wasn't 25, sweet potato casseroles. It was all like a variety of wonderful things. And we were all nourished, and we nourished each other, and we had more left over. That's what we're talking about. As we come together and share our love, the abundance just multiplies, right? So now the second week, we explored what might be literally blocking our path, and how when we want to grow, our intention is to grow and evolve, we have to sometimes change our environment. We can't really keep everything in our environment the same and expect to grow and evolve. And so this was the week we did the physical decluttering. Remember that? And we all sort of, dug in there and endeavored to clear out the drawers or the closets or the garage or something, and then we passed all that stuff down, right? We blessed everyone else with that stuff. And when we do this, we are not just releasing the physical stuff, but we're also releasing the old stories that some of those things represented, those old ideas. And then the third week, Nathan was here, and he helped us explore this idea of giving up. Right? He came up here and he said, we're going to give up today. When what he meant was we were giving up, we were sort of cleaning out our mental junk drawers. And looking at this idea of how very often material things that we think are going to provide fulfillment or safety or provide meaning for us are very often poor representations of those deeper intangible things that we really want. And as we release them, we open to new possibilities. We make way for new possibilities, right? And so the next week, we explored what those possibilities were. What is that next level of growth and evolution that is seeking to emerge through and as us? That birth, as Pat was talking about in the meditation, in that what is trying to get our attention, what is trying to emerge. And as we look at that and make space for it, and we talked about how we can release the struggle, right? The ego-based efforting of trying to make our good manifest, and instead learn how to make it welcome. So we learned how to make our good welcome that week. All right, and then in week 5, we looked at giving to yourself, and how to practice the art of self-care, right? The art of self-care. We talked about how we need to include ourselves in that giving. We need to include ourselves in that love. And then, we looked at how we can specifically, we went over some specific ideas for nurturing our body and our mind and our spirit, right? And then last week, what did we talk about? Gratitude, right? We talked about gratitude. We explored the enormous benefits of having a consistent practice of gratitude and how really it's one of the best things that we can do for ourselves. Spiritually, psychologically, physically, the physical benefits of gratitude are enormous. And we talked about this idea of how gratitude kind of expands our capacity to receive because it affirms our worthiness of having. Gratitude expands our capacity to receive because it's affirming our worthiness of having. And then we went over some specific formula for kind of the steps of proactive gratitude, how we can practice proactive gratitude, which, again, initiates that flow. All right, and so that brings us to today, to the topic at hand, which is really the last knot that we want to release so that we can open and experience the fullness and an expansive life that we really want. So that last knot is, drum roll please. Thank you. Resentment, lack of forgiveness. We save the best for last. Yeah. In fact, it is that holding on to resentment that is the biggest knot in a lot of people's garden hose. You know, it is the thing that really blocks the flow of good in our lives. And so, here's the thing. We know that holding on to resentment, being unwilling to forgive, doesn't hurt the other person, does it? No, it only hurts us. There's the saying that goes, if your unwillingness to forgive is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. You're only poisoning yourself. You're only poisoning yourself. So Rydall talks about this idea of forgiveness and how it relates to abundance in the book. And he says, remember, currency is a derivative of a Latin root that means to run or a condition of flow. So think about the current in an ocean. So when your flow or your current becomes stagnant, it can manifest as a lack of currency, sometimes literally as money. And that often creates a condition of debt. So behind most experiences of chronic lack, there is a story of unforgiveness. When this is healed, that energy is freed up and the current starts to flow again. Right. So, I always wondered what that line was doing in the Lord's Prayer. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. I'm always like, what's that doing in there? But now I get it. It's really tied together, this whole idea of forgiveness and opening to that current of divine love that is available. How that all works together. Now, when I was doing spiritual coaching years before, like the current time, what I found was for very often this knot got stuck in people's bodies. This unwillingness to forgive got stuck in the physical body and showed up as illness or disease, right? That's kind of where that current got kind of stuck. And so working on this process of forgiveness just unblocks it so that we can, again, open to that flow of current so that can flow unimpeded. I also notice that people sometimes are unwilling to move forward with forgiveness because they don't really understand what it is. There's some confusion about what forgiveness is, so people are kind of reluctant. So I thought today we would kind of go over what forgiveness is not and what forgiveness is. And for those of you who have been here for a while, you've seen this before. I just ask you to look at it with new eyes, and all of us to kind of deepen our understanding of what this might be. All right, so we're ready for that first slide. Forgiveness is not condoning someone's hurtful behavior. It doesn't mean excusing what someone has done. So you can practice forgiveness and still hold someone accountable. It's not mutually exclusive. You see? Secondly, forgiveness is not about opening ourselves up to be hurt again. It's not an invitation to someone who's abusive to kind of, stay with you. No, absolutely not. And forgiveness can very often, and should maybe very often, be done at a distance. Right? Forgiveness is not about burying our feelings or pretending that we weren't hurt. Oh, no, it really didn't bother me. I'm fine. Or try to pray our anger away. It's not about that. In fact, the first step of forgiveness, as I teach it, is really owning your feelings and kind of allowing them to be and to pass through and to release it in a healthy way. And then we can be present for the process of forgiveness after that. Forgiveness is also not a way to absolve ourselves of responsibility, or to prove how spiritually mature we are. See how mature I am. I'm forgiving you. And then, ignore how we may have contributed to that situation. If we really dig deep, we might be able to find something in there, and I'll bet all of you can think of situations in your life, relationships that maybe didn't end well. We're like, maybe I kind of contributed to that, but I've learned different. I've learned something different. I've learned not to do that anymore, or to do it in a different way. And then that adds to our growth, right? Okay, so now let's look at what forgiveness is. What forgiveness is a recognition that that individual is a fallible human being who's made a mistake, right? Temporarily forgotten who he or she is, forgotten their oneness with Source, forgotten their oneness with others, and maybe is acting out of some unconscious shadows, maybe acting out of their own wounding. Or, generational trauma is a thing, too, and also groups of people. You can see this in groups of people. This unhealed generational trauma can cause people to hurt other people. We see this happen in the Middle East over and over and over again. So forgiveness is really about recognizing that the other person does the best they can with the consciousness they have at the time. You can't do anything else. And so do you, by the way. You do the best. You've always done the best you possibly can with the consciousness you had at the time. And so self-forgiveness is definitely part of this. Really include yourself in this. I always did the best I could with the consciousness I had at the time. I'm at a different place now. I don't have to do that, but I can forgive myself and that other person because they weren't there in consciousness, and there might have been some unhealed stuff. Okay. Also, okay, so now I'm learning, right? Just so you know, I'm learning along with you all. And so I'm learning also that part of the forgiveness process is separating out the facts of the situation from the story we make up about it. There's the facts of what somebody did, and then there's what our mind conceives, what all that means. Oh, they really meant this, and this means this to me. And that causes the feelings to arise. And it's the feelings that make it difficult to forgive. So we want to separate out what the person has done, facts, from the story we've made up about it. Right? All right, so Dr. Martin Luther King said this about forgiveness. We must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. There is some good in the worst of us and some evil in the best of us. When we discover this, we are less prone to hate our enemies. Right? he should know a thing or two about, about that. Yeah. So the other thing that's good about, and you could take that down now. The other good thing about forgiveness is when we offer it. When we really offer it, we are in some little way helping for the healing of the collective consciousness. And when more and more of us are able to offer forgiveness to ourselves and others, we are helping to shift the collective consciousness in a powerful way. Now, I don't want you to think that, oh, she thinks this is really easy. Oh, this must be really easy. It is not. We know, particularly for people who have really hurt us, who have really betrayed us in some way, it's not easy. That's why we always want to remember that forgiveness is a process. It's a process. I think this is why Jesus said you need to forgive 70 times 7. I don't think he was being literal. I think it was just getting the idea to us that it's a process and a practice. It's a practice that begins with a willingness. So I want you to hear that, because if there's something going, like I can't get to the place where I can forgive that person. Just be willing. Start with a willingness, and then you get closer and closer to the goal of forgiveness every time you practice, right? It is a practice. And keep in mind that when we forgive someone, we're actually offering ourselves the gift. We are forgiving, and we are giving ourselves the gift because we're opening ourselves up to the gifts of peace and of joy and of abundance and of healing that's kind of just waiting for us. We're untying that big knot and allowing those gifts to flow into our lives. Also, forgiving means giving forth of our love. Giving forth of our love. So we're no longer holding anything back. We can share of who we truly are, the fullness of our love. And that, dear ones, is the key to unlocking all of the abundance that we could imagine for ourselves. And that's the point. That's the point of the whole series, is giving is the secret to life. Because life doesn't come to us. It comes through us. It comes from source through us. Right? It comes through us. And so the more that we can open our vessel, the more that we can share our love, the more we bless the world and the more we flourish. Okay, so I've got some handouts that will take you through the whole forgiveness process, one step at a time. And if the greeters will pass them out, you take that and you add it to your little packet of handouts, right? And if you missed when we were handing out the envelope, that's the place where you can hold all of these pieces of paper, then raise your hand and we'll hand that to you as well. Does anyone else need an envelope to hold these handouts? All right, so you take this home, you cordon off some time and some space for yourself to work on this process. Get yourself into a place where you won't be disturbed. Give yourself some time. Give yourself the space to go through this process together. And if you need assistance, if you need any help, I am here. Okay? All right, so we have an affirmation to bring all of this home for us. Let's take a deep breath first together. And feel that connection with that infinite divine love, that source within us. And together, let's say, as I forgive myself and others, I give the gift of forgiveness to myself. Knots are untied, and peace, joy, and abundance flow unimpeded in my life. And so it is. Namaste.
Another way you could say that is you belong in wildflowers. And that's what we're going to do.
You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. Sail away, kill off the hours. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, find you a lover. Go away somewhere bright and new. I've seen no other who compares with you. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong on a boat out at sea. You belong with your love on your arm. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, go find a lover. Run away, let your heart be your guide. Run where the deepest to cover. You belong in that home by and by. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere close to me, far away from trouble and worry. You belong somewhere you feel free. You belong somewhere you feel free. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Okay. It's a wonderful time when we get to give that very thing that Victoria was talking about, our giving forth of our love in the form of literal currency. So there's many ways to give that you can see up there. You can find ways on our webpage. You can do it through a secure text, Venmo, checks, scan the QR code. And however you decide to give, if you're here for the first time or second or third or fourth and you got something out, you can put something in one of the little brown envelopes to show your participation and appreciation. And so as we do that, whatever form of your giving, we hold it up to our hearts and we bless what we're sending out with the following affirmation, which is, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. So it is.
The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth.
Well, this power and magic, let's send all of our love this way in the form of blessing. For this love expressed in this way, supporting the community from which we get so much, going out into our broader community, to our unity community at a higher level, and to the world. All this is truly magic. So it is. Give you the box. So we're giving our prayer request box, and it's out there for anybody who wants to, needs a prayer, wants a prayer. So if you're a visitor for the first time, will you raise your hand? Okay, a visitor for the first time. We have something for you to fill out and a little something for you. He's got one already. Our ushers are doing a great job. There's one over here, too. Yay, welcome. Welcome. Yay. Okay, how about for the second time? Oh, there's another first-timer. We have 4 first-timers. 3, 4, is there one more? Raise your hand high so we can know. Good. There'll be something for you to fill out and a little something for you. And how about the second time? Is there anybody here for the Woo! How many? Raise your hands, please, and keep them up till you get your little package. Yeah, that means you came and you were interested enough to rejoin us. Yeah. Did I say everything I was supposed to say, Victoria? Did I get that? Well, I know, just about the welcomes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just want to know, I'm getting my groove back. Okay. And we now want to have our flower angel, which is Catherine Smart, and she's going to do her flower dedication. It's up here, and she might need a mic. There we go.
Good morning, everybody. Nice to see everybody. So, we didn't have fresh flowers for a long time. We had just, I don't even know if we had flowers, but we started this flower program, and some people go, oh, well, I don't know about contributing to flowers, so I thought I would talk about a little poem put together, The Worth of Flowers. They last but days, and yet a single bloom can soften the edges of a crowded room. A quiet flare of color, a breath of gentle air, a whisper from the garden that the world is still fair. They wilt, it's true. Their beauty isn't meant to stay, but maybe that's the lesson that they're sending day by day. That loveliness is fleeting, that presence is a gift, that even small bright moments can give a tired heart a lift. So place them on the table, let their softness fill the hours. In the tender fading light, we learn the worth of flowers. With much gratitude to UCP from me.
Oh. Now back to Bright Matter.
This is a song called Joy Rising. We've played it before, and we're going to feel it a little differently today, I think. In the way that the mountains greet the morning sky, there's a feeling in the air you cannot quite deny. Sweeping forward, unrehearsed, spreading all over the universe, an awakening, it's uncompromising. Joy rising, joy rising, joy rising, yeah, 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 yeah. Joy rising, joy rising, joy rising. It's a feel-good virus that you cannot contain, rolling out at the speed of light like a runaway train. It's a flash mob celebration, it's fearless jubilation, an awakening, it's uncompromising. Joy rising, joy rising, joy rising, yeah, 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 yeah. Joy rising, joy rising, joy rising. Take it away. dawn of creation, when a new idea is born. It's there in the room when you wake Christmas morn. It's happiness squared times ecstasy. It's a feeling of unity, and I'm so glad I'm finally here, standing at the crossroads of a new frontier, a realization of heaven here and now, awakening to the dream that escaped us somehow. Joy rising, yeah, it's joy rising, yeah, joy rising, joy rising, joy rising, yeah, 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 joy rising, joy rising, joy rising, yeah, 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 joy rising, joy rising, joy rising, yeah, yeah, Thanks. Rakina.
Woo, thank you, Karen Novi. Beautiful. And Chris, would you introduce your band? This is a supernova version of Bright Matter today.
It is. Over here on guitar, we have the one and only Rick Keena,
Rick.
who he's too shy to say, but he ran a 10K in less than an hour, and he's
Wow.
deserving of that praise. And here on bass is my longtime and lovely friend and partner in crime, Lester Lang,
Nice word.
and Karen Novi.
And Karen Novi. And Chris Whiteneck.
And Chris Whiteneck.
I'm Chris Whiteneck. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh. Claudia Carowin. Yeah, yeah. She was here once. Yeah, we had to get her back. But you did an amazing job. Oh, yes, yes, indeed. We're blessed. Okay, and we're blessed in so many ways. There are so many things that are happening in this community in this beautiful season, and I'm going to highlight a few things, but you can also find more on our website, unitychapelhill.org. So our Home Start Angel Giving Tree starts today. You may have seen this skinny little tree in our foyer that had angels on it. That's our angel giving tree. And what you want to do is take an angel from the tree, write down on the sheet that's there, that comes with a number, I think, and you match the number and you take it down. You might want to take a picture of the angel and have it on your phone so you can see what gift you're buying. And this is to benefit the families at Home Start, which is part of IFC, who helps, feed the hungry and home the homeless. And this is for families that are, fleeing abuse. And sometimes these kids, they're stuck in this situation. They have no Christmas. They have nothing. So let's all open our hearts and take an angel and get a gift for. And it says on there the age and maybe what that person wants to give you an idea. Okay, so starting today is that. And we have something called Merry Christmas Cosmos Concert. Roshana, all the way back, can you run up here and share with us what that is?
So I wrote a book, and 2 weeks from now, right after church, we're going to be here for a dramatic reading of my very short book. And it's a holiday book for families, children, adults, anybody who looks up at the sky and says, "Oh, thank you for that." Anyway, after that, a couple of flute songs from my holiday album called Christmas Lullabies, and then the world debut
Of?
The world debut of my new Christmas song, also called Merry Christmas, Cosmos. I think Chris Whiteknock is going to help me out with that. And then cookies. And then the whole thing is only going to take like 30 minutes. So we're going to get you out of here so you can have the rest of your day. And it's free.
Yay! Roshana, can't wait. That will be after the service, Sunday, December 14th, right after the service. Woo! Okay, full moon fire ceremonies. The blessings continue. Mark and Katja, would you come up and share about that?
I have to follow Roshana.
Yeah. Jump up and down.
Musicians, thank you for that Tom Petty song. That's my favorite. And speaking of nature and things, as this season of dark and cold is among us, it's within our deepest human memory to gather around a fire outside and connect and share and find presence and drum and sing. And so we have an opportunity on the full moon on Friday evening. Annie Egan, who really wanted to be here today and couldn't, so we're looking forward to seeing her there, is going to lead a fire ceremony from the Huigal tradition of Western Mexico, and she has a whole ceremony planned for that. So join us at 7 p.m., and please bring a chair and whatever you need to be comfortable in the woods, and check our website for more information.
All right.
And let's see, we've got another slide for, I don't know, do we have dance as a
You're
universal
doing
piece?
so
Well,
dance is a universal
maybe this
piece, yeah.
Two things. This is,
Okay.
there's going to be a whole, most of the day and into the evening, starting at 1 p.m. on January 1st. This is a Roseheart Sufi community, and this place, Unity, are going to collaborate on all those things that you see up there. There will be flyers and announcements later, but if anybody has any questions, we can answer them probably. And
Okay.
this Thursday is some Dances of Universal Peace here at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Anything else we need to say about that? The theme of light returning, so it's going away and then it's coming right back.
Isn't that wonderful how that works?
And if you want to see stuff about this or this, it's back on the rack back here.
Okay. That sounds like a beautiful way to start the new year with that. It's such a loving, joyous thing to do with others, connecting deep in the heart. Okay, great. Planet Green cartridge. Barnsley, you're here. All right.
Deck the halls with printer cartridges, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to collect them, fa la 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 la. Woohoo! So let's keep these out of the landfill. We've already collected over 150 since this initiative was started. And here's the reason, y'all, not just to keep them out of the landfill, but imagine 70 people here. Each person commits to collecting 30 cartridges from your friends, your neighbors, your small business owners, your family members. Just buy new ones and collect those if you want. But the point being, 70 times 30, let's do the math. That's over $2,000 for our Unity Center of Peace. So who will accept the challenge to collect 30? And I'll send you an email that you can send out to your neighbors, your friends.
Okay.
We got one person. Oh my God. I mean, I'm doing these weird
I'll do
announcements
5.
just to get y'all excited. Come on. Frank, put your hand up. I'm gonna get you after. All right, so we got at least like 7 people. That's over $200 coming in.
All right.
And that's over 200 of these out of the landfill.
Yeah.
Let's take care of our planet.
That's right. Thank you, Barnsley. Woohoo! All right. The good continues. The ways we share our love are bountiful. Here we're doing a new food drive for Table, which is an organization that delivers healthy, non-perishable, fresh food directly to the doorsteps of children across Orange County each week. So what you can bring are non-perishable things. There's a whole list of what they're looking for. If you would please, the next time you're doing grocery shopping, pick up some extra things and bring them here for table. Okay, I think we're not doing 3-minute miracle today, but Lorraine says that if you would like to request prayer, you can send her an email at prayer@unitychapelhill.org, and she'll call you later this afternoon to pray with you. The deeper dive discussion today is led by Gaines Steer. No, it's different. Okay. Frank is Frank Benzoni is leading. All right, deeper dive. And that's in 103, which is the room to the right at the end of the hall. So you might want to grab a cup of coffee and go on in and have that beautiful way to share. Okay, so what we are waiting for, what we're getting ready for right after the service, the first time we've done this, and I'm so excited and so grateful for Stephanie for coming up with this idea to support our local artists and people who have a service to give with our artisan fair and tree decorating. You notice this beautiful tree here that is naked. We have to put something on that. We've got warm beverages, we have Christmas cookies, we have festive music, so please stay after the service and let's support you. And I'm so excited about this to see how the light is shining in unique ways as all of our members of our community. And you don't always know. You're sitting next to somebody who's like got some real talent and shines light in a beautiful way. And let's go find out about that and shop local. What a wonderful opportunity to shop local for the holidays. All right, I think that's it. And we've got some kids back there. Let's sing them in.
I am the
Radiant life of God, I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant life of God, I am, I am, I am. The health of God, the strength of God, vitality, energy, vim of God. I am the radiant life of God, I am, I am, I am.
Good afternoon. Hello, I'm Shannon, the YFM director. Big thanks to Lynn for volunteering today. Cool. We finished our month about the month of release. And we actually did a quick meditation on the extending compassion to those suffering injustices and those in opposition. So we talked about forgiveness and trying to release that person we are wanting to forgive or desiring or holding on to, kind of clutching. So we did that, and that was good. And then a little practice we did was, can I borrow your hands, somebody's hands? We asked the kids and the adult to walk across the room but not drop the tissue paper. So you couldn't press too hard, and you couldn't let it fall. So you had to find the balance, and then also get past pillows and chairs, obstacles. So forgiveness with others, obstacles. There you go. Next, we're going to start talking about the power of life, and hopefully I'm working it so we have a puppet choir. Yeah. Yes, but we're also close to having one.
Okay. Oh, that's something to be excited
balance.
about.
Yeah.
All right, let's bless these children, the children of the world, with our UCP blessing. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are, and we behold the Christ in you. Mwah. All right, stand, take a hand. Let's say our prayer of protection with I am statements. You scoot over here. Oh. All right. So let's take a nice deep breath. And together, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Hi, it's Reverend Victoria here. I'm at Unity Center of Peace with our house band, Bright Matter.
Hello.
Yeah, and if this video has inspired you or empowered you or opened your heart, opened your consciousness, or even just given you hope, we ask that you support what we're doing here by making a donation today, going to unitychapelhill.org or clicking the link below. And we thank you.
Thank
Thank you.